What's going on, you guys? This is Fitz, or my name is Fitz, and I'm on a mission to build a $500,000 per month real estate wholesale business. I come on this channel to share my limited insight and my strategies and things like that because I have experimented with a lot, and I want you guys to minimize your mistakes as much as possible. So basically, use me as your crash dummy. And so this video today, I want to talk about something that I rarely hear people talk about, and it impacts your ability to get that first or next wholesale deal or consistent deal so much so it's honestly super surprising that I don't hear people talk about it more. And that one thing is role play. Every single morning, my team, my team and I, we role play to make sure that we're tightening up on our skills, to make sure that when we get an opportunity to be in front of a seller, we're maximizing that opportunity. You know, we're not and we're not saying all the time and having awkward silences in our conversations. We aren't being mechanical with how we speak to our sellers. And the reason why we aren't doing that is because we're practicing every single morning, and we're being brutally honest with each other about how that conversation is going. Hey man, I don't really like how you did that, or I think you can do it better. Try this, or hey, this was a little mechanical, or hey man, you know what? If a seller says this, it's much better if we respond to their objection in this way, or hey, watch my tone when I say this to the seller. So we're doing all of that, right? And the bigger issue with folks who are just getting started, they don't have that type of support community. They don't have that type of group environment to actually practice role play. So what's happening is they've gone online, they've heard some guru say you can get into wholesaling with $0 and no credit. So and again, if you have a limited budget, obviously you got to do what you got to do. But what the issue is, what I'm seeing, when they take these free lead generation routes and they're trading their time instead of utilizing their money to get leads, it takes so much of their time to generate a good lead. And when they actually get in front of that lead, they have not practiced, they have not rehearsed, they are not prepared. They're in the game, but they never practiced. It's like, going on the football field saying, hey, I read the rules and how to play football, and you get on the football field and now this 300-pound lineman is sitting on top of you, and you wondering, hey, what happened? I read the rules, what's going on? Now you building a losing streak. So it took you so long to dig for that lead and to actually get on the phone with a seller who actually wanted to sell, and then you fumble the ball. You get hit with an objection, and you don't even know how to overcome that objection because you haven't even been having no reps. You haven't been getting enough leads to even put the reps in. You understand what I'm saying? So in order to supplement your lack of leads, you need to be a part of a group, or you need to be practicing with some family members or something. Your whole game plan for what happens when you get on the phone with a seller, because if not, you're going to drop the ball. You're going to play exactly how you practice. So if you ain't practicing, when you get on that field, you better believe it ain't gonna be nothing sweet. Like it's real life. Again, people trusting you with their properties, or you're trying to get somebody to trust you with a piece of real estate, which is likely the biggest asset that they've ever had. So if you come on there half-stepping, how far do you think you're gonna go? So that creates this vicious cycle of, okay, maybe I get lucky one time and I feel like what I'm doing is right. And that's the worst thing you can do. Get lucky and continue to do things that made you get lucky because it's not repeatable. It's not scalable. And then you're like, oh man, it worked for me before. Why is it not working now? Because you got lucky. And you don't want to build a business off of luck. And then you have the other scenario where you don't even get lucky and you've just been struggling to get deals. You're like, man, I've been trying to do this thing for 2 years. Why am I not doing it? You've likely talked to a seller over the last 2 years. Think back on it. I guarantee you, when you talk to that seller, you probably bombed the call. You didn't feel confident on the call because you haven't been having enough calls. You haven't been role playing prior to that call to know how to deal with objections, to know how to, structure that call to where you maintain control and you guide that call in the direction that it needs to go to in order for you to actually deliver a solid offer. Most of the time we're going into that call without any type of game plan. We have no game plan. Our only game plan is to come in, hey, Mr. Seller, I want to buy your house. Okay, cool. I might be interested in selling. What's your offer? Okay, cool. Hey, I'll give you an offer, but first I need to know a little bit more about the house. And your motivation. What's your motivation to sell, Mr. Sir? Okay, cool. All right, well, tell me a little bit about the house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. What about the HVAC? What about the roof? What about the foundation, right? Then we get through all of that same old gimmicky shit, and then guess what? We hit them with the old line. Well, if we can give you a cash closing, if we can give you a cash offer and close fast, what's the best price you can give me? And y'all think that shit gonna work? Come on, man. That's what y'all going on the field with? Y'all might as well be them folks from back in the day when folks was going to war and they sent that line of people first, the peasants that they gave the pitchforks to and all that stuff, and they was about to go raid a castle. That first line of soldiers just got impaled and they was basically the people to soften the blow. That's what y'all are doing. Because somebody like us, we gonna come right behind you and we gonna look like superstars compared to you. I mean, we gonna look like real superstars. Like, damn, this person ain't even knew how to date. This person ain't even had no real call structure or nothing. They might not even say it consciously, but subconsciously they gonna pick that up. And guess what? We gonna come in and swoop the deal up, and we gonna offer them $20,000 less than what you offered them. Because we got a game plan and we've been practicing. We've been rehearsing every day. So when the opportunity presents itself, we knocking that shit out the park. I want y'all to knock it out the park too. So what I'm suggesting and what I've provided, I got a free wholesaling challenge group, a free wholesaling group where the link is in the description. And right now we're in the middle of a 30-day challenge where I'm basically breaking down the new way to wholesale, right? Which is basically the opposite of everything that you've been told. We're having some really good positive interactions in there. People are getting a lot of game, fixing a lot of the false misconceptions that they've had, erasing all of the bad habits that they've learned from watching other YouTube videos and all that stuff. And we're actually making some good traction. So I want to invite you guys to that free group. And the link is going to be in this description below. And you guys come in, introduce yourself. We got Zoom calls right now during the challenge every night. So you guys want to take full advantage of that. But in relation to what I'm talking about on this call, we're opening up a section of the community where we all come in together and we have guided role play sessions. So you can actually hear guys who are really good on the phone have role play sessions and actually critique other guys. You can be a fly on the wall, and we're also going to give you guys the opportunity to participate on those role play sessions so that when you actually do get in front of a lead, when you actually do get in front of a seller, you knock that shit out the park. You're not stumbling on your words. You know exactly how to overcome the objections that they hit you with. You feel confident. You feel comfortable. You're not sounding mechanical. You sound like you belong here. You sound confident. You make these people understand that you are the best person for this job. You're gonna get this shit done. That's what the role play session's for. So if y'all with that and y'all want to stop half-stepping, y'all want to stop bullshitting and wasting them leads, even if you don't have the money to do a whole bunch of lead gen, at least position yourself so whereas when you do get that lead, you go crazy. So if you want to go crazy, come on, tap that link below, join our free wholesale group, figure out when we're going to do the role play sessions, and make sure you front row center, make sure you in line, because that's the only way that you're going to win, is if you learn how to do these virtual sales. That is the sauce, or one of the biggest pieces of the sauce with the new wholesaling model. If you don't do that, you're going to get ate up by us and everybody else in the group. I'm telling you, And I'm not just capping, I'm not just saying stuff because I'm telling you. Like, you're going to see, as a matter of fact, what I'll do, I got to figure out how to clip it up so that I don't post our entire morning calls and stuff. But I want to clip pieces of our role play session, and I'll either put it in my social media or I'll put it inside of the group, inside of the free wholesaling group, so that you guys can actually hear. And what that's going to do for you is it's going to highlight how you've been having calls versus how professionals have calls. And you're going to find the inadequacies and you're going to say, oh man, yeah, I've been messing up. This is where I've been missing. And then the light's going to start clicking and you're going to be like, man, Fitz was right. I rock with Fitz, man. Thanks for, highlighting that for me. So that's what I'm going to give to y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoy y'all week. I hope y'all get out there and generate some leads. I hope y'all have great acquisition calls. And I hope y'all dispo the hell out of those properties, man. We're going to make wholesaling great again. For sure. I promise you that. So let's do this thing, y'all. Peace out.